Oh, hello. Week 19, if I'm counting correctly. As I had predicted and told you, I have been better. Birthday's passed, I'm moving on. It was Wednesday, so basically the past 3 days have been non-stop working to catch up on everything that I didn't do while I was depressed. And it feels nice because I'm very productive, but God, I'm exhausted and my back hurts and my teeth hurt, but I think it's because they're growing bigger, which I can't complain about because it's always nice. But yeah, I'm tired. Honestly, I should have gone to bed like 2 hours ago, but I didn't because I procrastinated on doing my hair because I wanted to do my hair today, but I wasn't sure, and I knew I had to clean it at least, and I wasn't sure and I procrastinated, and in the end I did it at the very last minute, and the bleach has to sit for 30 minutes and then the dye has to sit for 2 hours, so it's like 7 a.m. now and I'm so tired. And I was falling asleep watching videos while the dye was on, and man, I'm tired. But it's gonna be okay. What is fun about the red dye is that it looks like blood really fast. Really easily. So it's really fun. So as you can see, I bleached the roots, I shaved the sides, and I redid the red, and I'm going to put the Phoenix Glory threads next week. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I rest. Tomorrow I get up really late, I do nothing all day, and I go to bed again. Maybe I make some tacos. Maybe. That's all I do tomorrow. Tomorrow's rest day. I am tired. And then after that, I have dreads to put on, but it's really not that urgent. You know. Also, next week I have... Okay, I'll tell you later because I need to explain. Okay. What I did last week before I explain what's going to happen next week. So, as you can imagine, I didn't do much in the first 3-4 days. I did manage to order G's cat food on Monday, which was a national holiday, so we didn't do much. And I went to the vet the next day for her, and the cat food delivery arrived the next day. It was so frustrating to have forgotten to order it until the last moment, so I had to go 2 days in a row. It sucked. And I have to go again because she really doesn't like the new meds I am giving her, so I asked for a different one to give her instead, and it arrived yesterday. And I'm not going back. Not yet, I don't want to. So yeah, that's about what happened for the past first 2 days of the week. Then I went to the vet, and it was not as expensive as I thought because he didn't do the blood work because she's fine. There is no sign of anything coming back. She's alright. It's the 6 months ecography control, so she is alright. There's nothing to be worried about. He asked if I wanted to do the blood work, and usually I would say yes, but this month I am practically broke, so I said no. If there is no risk, no sign that it's something to worry about, blood work can wait until September. So I'll do that in September. And because I wanted to do something nice for myself, and because that's really what I wanted to do, I started a shawl. And so I spent the next 3 days crocheting it, and it's not the gradient. Now I was trying to achieve a gradient of blue, and I thought I could replicate one of those ombre gradient cakes with just 3 different colors of yarn. It did not look the same. There is definitely the stripe limitation. The gradient is just not smooth. But the shawl is still nice, it's still blue, it's still interesting, and I think she's still going to like it because did not do it for myself, I did it for my neighbor. It was fun, I liked doing it. It was a lot more complicated apparently than the first I did, but it was still easy enough that I could do it while watching Lord of the Rings. It took me 3 days, but it only took like a Lord of the Ring marathon, and that's about it. So I like shawls because they're pretty quick to do and they make good presents. I think she's gonna like it. I will show it to you, but I blocked it yesterday and it's still wet. So it needs to stay in that pinned position, because if I undo it right now, all the blocking will be for naught, and I still hate pinning stuff for blocking them, so I'm not doing that again. So you will see a clip of it in next week's vlog, probably. As soon as it's dry, I'm gonna film it for my 2023 knits video, and then I'm going to give it to her. So yeah. Yeah. On Wednesday, so it was my birthday, so I decided that I was fucking tired of just moping around and crying and be depressed, so I was like, okay, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna make yourself a birthday cake, and you're gonna see your neighbor and talk with her for a few hours. And we did, and it was nice. Talked for like 4 hours maybe. No, 3 hours. It was nice. We had cake. And I had a good birthday because, you know, it was not as bad as usual and there was no expectation. We just had cake and we talked. It was nice. And I guess that's what I needed. It was not a cure-all thing, but it worked and it was nice. Also, it was the day that I finally got my computer mouse, which meant that I could use my computer again, which is why I could start the Lord of the Ring marathon that I used to make the shawl on, because the first day I was like watching the video while I was doing it and getting familiar with the stitch pattern, and once I was familiar with it, I just used the opportunity that the mouse gave me, put on the longer versions of Lord of the Ring that I never saw in English before, and it was hard to follow without subtitles, but I made it. Long versions, and I did that for 2 days, and it was nice. On Thursday I finished the shawl. I went grocery shopping. It was painful. I didn't want to go. I didn't have any money. I didn't get the laundry detergent because I forgot, and they didn't have any zucchini, and I am running out of zucchini for my cats, so I need to go back to a different store to get laundry detergent and zucchini, and I don't want to do it again, but I'm gonna have to. And then I came back and I managed to find energy to do all the dishes that I had done in 3 weeks, and I'm so proud for everything that I did that day. Then it is like, first I went grocery shopping, then I came back, I rested a little, crocheted and finished the shawl, and once the shawl was done I was like, you have a few hours in front of you, do the dishes, you'll feel better tomorrow. Because I knew the next day I had to do everything, like cleaning and doing the dishes, and if I cut the work into, it would be easier on the next day. So the next day I cleaned everything. I didn't clean really well. Why? Because I didn't clean the floor really well. The rest is clean. I even rearranged and cleaned and changed the sheets for my sofa, which I don't do often enough, and I haven't done in a while, and so I feel nice. It was falling apart. It was really messy. But I didn't clean the floor because like my kitchen floor is a pretty good battlefield. Why? Because there is still spilled batter sticking to the floor from when I tried to make crepes 2 weeks ago, and now the problem with my toilet dripping water finally reached the ceiling here, and it went all the way through the ceiling, and now the water is actually dripping on my kitchen floor, which is freaking terrifying and disgusting because it's water dripping from my toilet, and so there's this dirty water that goes through all of the weird stuff that goes between a ceiling and the floor, and it drips right onto my kitchen floor. So really there was nothing I could really do about that, so I just used the vacuum, and I didn't mop or anything because I was like, no, I don't have that kind of energy in me, and I didn't. And I had to call my landlord to say, hey, it's becoming really scary, I really need it to be fixed really fast. So he's coming on Tuesday, and considering I am living at night and sleeping during the day, Tuesday is gonna be tough. I tell you, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a long week of sleep deprivation. But yeah, I did it. And also made yogurt, cooked the zucchini that I had, I blocked the shawl, which is taking forever to dry, it's really annoying. Did some laundry, did some live blogging because I had followers on my live blogging blog, and I wanted to reward that by doing more of it, so yeah. And I also sketches, not exactly sketched, but make the skeleton base for June bullet journal. I have all of the placement, all of the little cases, and all of the quotes, and I have all of my reference pictures saved, so I'm really ready to go. And today I was busy, so I wanted to do some archery, I didn't. I am chickening out, really, but that's life. Wanted to write, I didn't, because really I ran out of energy. But I did garden because my garden really needed it. I did my hair. I painted the touch-ups on my bedroom. Woohoo! And I also drew the plans for the bed. So now I know exactly what I need, and I can start, which I don't know how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen, but at least the plan is done, which is nice. And yeah, and I also made little candles. They're not great, but this way I can use the smelly scented wax that I had and that the wick just burned through. So yeah, good day. I also made some banana cookie bar, and I think that's about everything I did today, but I still did a lot and I was really tired. So yeah, so next week I have this landlord thing with the toilet thing on Tuesday. I want to film June so I can save some inspiration and spoons to catch up on July from last year with the rest of the month. Maybe start the bed. Maybe buy the battery for my computer, because like The mouse works, but it's a temporary fix, and I really think the battery needs to be changed, so I'm going to do that. I really want to do archery again. I haven't done that in like 2 months. It really needs to do. Hopefully do the flowers book, do the sketches for July, work on the dolls, and put on the dreads. And if I manage to do everything of that, God, that would be great. But tomorrow I rest. So I'll see you next week with footage of my shawl, which is, it looks nice, I like it. And probably good news, because we're back to good, positive stuff happening. I'm tired. I am so tired. But things are starting to get better, and I'm ready to handle them better, and yeah, good. I actually fixed the problem with my computer with only $7 on the mouse, so the battery can wait if really needed. I only spent like half the price I thought I was going to pay on my cat's ecography. I sadly had to put $60 into both of their cat food for and for Grenouille, because they're not the same. And Grenouille's food is super expensive, but you do everything for your cats when you love them. Anyway, I still have some zucchini and laundry detergent to buy. Maybe I will spare some money on dragon fruit, because the 2 of the 3 packets of seeds that I bought didn't work. So I have the pink dragon fruit who is sprouting, but the others didn't. So if I can buy the white one, I can take the seeds and try to sprout them, which would be nice. I'm gonna leave them a bad review, by the way, on eBay, because it didn't sprout. So I don't know what they did to the fucking seeds, but it was very annoying. If I don't have that money, I will not spending on a dragon fruit. It's okay. Apart from that, I have food for a while. I have good food too for a while, and things are looking better. I'm tentatively hopeful, which does not happen often. So I'll see you next week with good news, because it's gonna be good news. I decided it's gonna be good news.